Hey everybody, and welcome to the BAZINGA Boys episode 14. I am Simian Jimmy, joined as always by the only man to appear on every episode of the BAZINGA Boys, Purple Colonel.
Hell yes, we're here. We're just keeping the show going, you know? We said we'd keep it going, and we are.
And our third host, of course, everybody loves him for his comical accent. One of the few podcasters on this show who is actually shorter than me. He might not be from Germany, but he certainly respects a certain German leader. Of course, I'm talking about Hartsy Pratsy.
Hey, our whole universe was in a hot, dense state.
Go on.
That's all I know.
And nearly 14 million years ago, expansion started, and then it goes, wait.
Now you might be wondering, where is Florian Himsel? Well, here's the thing, folks. Florian Himsel said he's so busy with anti-reviews podcasting that he can't come on the Treehouse anymore. And he did do, after we did 4 episodes of BAZINGA Boys over here, Purple and Florian did do, 9 or 10 episodes over there? Is that right?
Yeah, 9 more, and some of them are pretty good, I'd say. Some of them are not, but it's how it is.
Well, Purple, I mean, really, this is almost your show at this point if you're the only staple character of all 14 episodes. So, Purple, can you explain why is the show now back on this channel without Florian? What's going on?
Well, you, Simian Jimmy, you offered an exclusivity deal for podcasting, and I figured
What? I did that?
What? I believe so. Multiple times, perhaps.
Does that seem like Hartsy?
In public.
Hartsy, you've been watching my shit for 6 years. Does that seem like something within my character to offer a friendship exclusivity deal with somebody?
I believe not only did you do it, but you did it live on stream in front of a live audience.
Oh my god!
Yeah, there were 200 people watching there.
Wow, that's almost as many views as the last Monkey Box, 200. Holy shit.
Oh, no. I thought it was pretty good.
Well, thank you. I'm glad. I thought it was pretty good, too.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Even Weekend, it's...
How come when Hartsy had a guest spot on a video, nobody said it was cringe, huh? Is Weekend more cringe than Hartsy? That's my question.
I think it's because I was a 10-second cameo while... I don't know.
And it's most people who don't listen to Izakino don't know who that is. And why is this dude half the video?
Yeah.
Why is it 24 fucking minutes long?
Yeah, that could be
good questions. Longer than either of these TV episodes.
That's true. This was a long young Sheldon, though. It was 21 minutes instead of the usual 18. So.
Yeah, one of the only times I can remember it being young Sheldon longer than The Big Bang Theory.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
But anyway, so Florian was told by Purple, hey, I don't want to podcast with you anymore. You don't treat me right. You're a bad man. You bully me on the show. And that man, Simian Jimmy, I want to go cuddle up in his big, strong, hairy monkey arms and do the podcast with him instead. Is that about right?
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. The main thing I want to encourage here is I truly believe that the Izakino show is, in many ways, sometimes propped up by the Florian and Mumkey interaction here. So what I really want to see is just this podcast get back together and get these things sorted out. And if we can...
You're the catalyst.
I want to be, if I can be, just out of the goodness of my heart here.
I can only take it as a personal affront from Florian because I listen to every podcast you guys put out. And if his excuse to me is that he can't come on this show because he has no time, and then I hear you on that show pitching horrible ideas, and he's like, I don't want to do that, but I guess we will. He clearly has nothing but fucking free time. It would be as if
horrible ideas, huh?
Hartsy, I'm sure this has happened to you, Hartsy. You ever ask somebody if they want to hang out and they say they're busy, and then on Facebook they tweet out, oh, I'm so bored?
No, I never...
I figured that would happen to you every other week.
No, I actually don't make the initiative for that exact reason, because I'm scared.
It happened too many times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hartsy, I wanted you on the BAZINGA Boys because you are a diehard young Sheldon fan. Is that true?
Yes. I wanted to ask before if I could appear, but like I think that's like cringe to ask. But
did they not ask you? Because Purple told me they were about to invite you onto their version of the show, and I was like, well, that's funny because I wanted him on this anyway.
Yeah, that is. We were about to.
Yeah.
For next episode. So
I have gone on record saying that I do love The Big Bang Theory and Young Sheldon, unironically. Mainly Young Sheldon. I genuinely think it's a good family sitcom / drama, and I think it only gets better as the show goes on. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, in the time between Bazinga Boys episode 4 and right now, and really, honestly, as of a month ago, I did binge all of Young Sheldon just in time to, I mean, I was like a week late, but I did get to the finale. And yeah, I'm a big fan. It's not quite Malcolm in the middle levels for me. Like if Malcolm's S tier, Young Sheldon's like an A tier sitcom in its entirety.
I agree.
But Purple, are you caught up? Like, do you know everything about Young Sheldon, or are you really just watching it on this show?
No, this is actually the first time I've seen it, this whole show, and this is my first watch through.
Okay,
so I've
cover
seen
your
exactly
ears.
14 now episodes.
Cover your ears, because Lord knows, and by Lord I mean me, if we'll be actually doing more Bazinga Boys or not. So this might be me and Hartsy's only opportunity to talk about the entirety of the show.
Yeah.
All right.
Hartsy, what do you think of the 2-part finale?
The 2-part finale, man. I watched it live. I was watching with my family at the time. Well, at the time, I don't know why I said that. I was watching with my family. They're no longer my family. No, I was watching with my family because we all love Young Sheldon. We all love the little rascal. And I'm gonna be honest, the 2-part finale I thought was genuinely pretty good. It genuinely did make me emotional. Like the emotional beats did hit. It hit. It struck my heart, and I enjoyed it.
I would say specifically the penultimate episode, or the first part of the 2-parter, when they keep doing the flashback to the last time he saw his dad, and he's regretting not saying "I love you" or anything like that, and they just keep playing the scene over and over again. That was pretty effective.
It really was.
They don't do stuff like that too often.
It is heartbreaking, and that genuinely is what you go through when you lose someone. You think about how you could have done things differently in your life and how you could have treated things better. And it was amazing. It was great. And how this weird, genius socially in that person would deal with that. How he wishes that he could get up and talk about his dad and how much he loves him, but he just wasn't able to because he was holding himself back.
I wonder if the Chuck Lorre card on that episode is going to be about how, Chuck Lorre's dad died or something like that. I'm sure Purple just can't wait the next 5 years to get to read that one.
I remember what the card said, but I'm not going to spoil it.
You can spoil it. There's no way in fucking hell that the Bazinga Boys makes it to the finale of Young Sheldon.
He basically just says that he's sad that he regrets writing the fact that the dad died all those years ago because he didn't want to get that part in the show. Yeah.
Well, there is the theory that George faked his death because the actor who plays George did dress up as a woman and appear at George's funeral, and you can see him in the background.
The same actor is also...
I was about to say it, but go ahead.
The same actor actually reappears later in The Big Bang Theory as Leonard's bully.
And that's why I think the conspiracy is he faked his death and then went on to bully Leonard later in life and just looked exactly the same all those years later. Somehow, despite being an obese man with heart problems, 20 years later he looks about 10 years younger than he did in Young Sheldon.
It's a wonder that Sheldon was never like, hey, you look like my dad while he was staring at their apartment.
Oh, did they meet? Because I saw a clip, but only of George being
Sheldon
a dickhead.
And Leonard's bully met, and he didn't say anything about him looking exactly like his father.
Okay, both shows are now ruined.
Yeah.
There's no coming back from that. They fucked up big time.
I just think it's kind of dark how the series ends with everyone in the family being in an infinitely worse place than they were when it started, except for Sheldon, because he's going off to college and is happy about that.
Yeah, now they're going to do a Georgie show, and if I recall, doesn't Georgie end up getting arrested a million times?
I don't think so, but he does end up being remarried 3 times, so we know
To the same woman?
marriage- not to the same woman, no. I
Oh.
don't think so. So I think this marriage is going to end very poorly.
Oh my god. Why
Yeah.
they keep making these sitcoms that are destined to end in tragedy?
Yeah, it's awful, tragic.
That's what happens when you set up your whole show with jokes from like one character in the other show. So
And
Just
you know
all-
what? Did they say Mima's not going to be in the new show?
I think the only confirmed reoccurring cast members are Georgie and Mandy right now.
Well, I know Annie Potts, I think is the name of Mima. She was upset that they were canceling Young Sheldon because she loves it as a cash cow and it's an easy
Yeah.
job for her. So I don't know why she's not cast on this new show. If anything,
Well-
she should be like an executive producer and like one of the main characters.
It's not like they're canceling it; it just reached its natural conclusion. I think if they could keep it going, they would.
Well, that's what they are. They literally
yeah.
are. So why is she not part of it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Also,
bullshit.
Missy's actor said she's not reappearing.
What the fuck? Like, what else is she gonna do?
I don't know.
There's no other job for her. Like, oh, that's fucking Young Sheldon's sister. What?
Yeah.
We're gonna put her in a Marvel movie? No.
I
Young
don't know. Is she like
Missy.
finished school or?
Yeah, I guess she's probably still like 15. So
Yeah.
maybe just like be rich and go live a normal life. Don't be an actor anymore. You somehow didn't get molested. Like, thank God this was not a Dan Schneider production. You're good. Just fucking fuck off. Maybe don't appear anywhere again. That's what I would do.
Yeah, got
I
that
don't know
young
what Chuck
Sheldon
Lorre gets up to. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised. Is all I'm saying.
Oh my God. Can we look up her actress's net worth? See if she can retire at the age of 15.
Let's see here.
Young Sheldon's sister's net worth.
Missing actress. All right. Net worth. What? The top result says 350,000. That cannot be right.
You think
It
that's
has to
way
be
too low?
higher than that. It has to be way higher.
Hey,
than
who knows? They might have fucked him out of. They might have said like, okay, you're a brand new actress. We're doing season 1 of Young Sheldon. Here's the contract. 7-season contract. You get $50K a season. Get fucked. Like,
Yeah, I mean, they are allowed to treat child actors like that, so.
yeah, maybe the parents had a shitty lawyer, and that's why she got cast because they gave her a shitty contract. Who knows? Could you survive off of 350K? Maybe once Trump's back in office. Maybe
Yeah, not in this economy.
not in Biden's America, but yeah, she needs to invest it in Dogecoin.
Exactly.
It's going
That's
back up
true.
any day now.
Hmm.
Before we start the actual review of these episode 14s of these 2 shows, we need to do the sacred segment, Hardsy's Grinder Update.
Oh, boy. Oh, there's so much to talk about.
I bet.
So, yeah.
You're like 19 now, right? You can be on
I am
Grinder.
19.
Okay,
And
so you're all
I
over
could be.
Grinder.
Well, yeah, I'm all over Grinder.
All over it.
Yeah.
Well, we got plenty of time for some tales.
Hmm.
Man, I wish I had some tail, but I don't have any to talk about. I have none to talk about.
You want the
so,
tail that comes out of the front end, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am not a Grinder user as of now. No. I'm sorry to
Hey,
say.
Purple is a genuine homosexual. Do you use any dating apps, Purple? Maybe you can do the Grinder update.
Oh, I used to be on Grinder, but I did not continue. So
You got ground into the dust.
yeah, it's not a good place there. It's not
No.
a great app to actually find anything you're looking for.
I hate to say this, but yeah, I'm not a Grinder type person, so that's not me.
You mean you're straight?
Yeah, I am
Okay.
heterosexual. Yes.
Straight edge as well.
Yes, I am. Yes. I do not drink or smoke or ever intend to do so.
So you can tell people I'm SS. I'm straight and straight edge. SS Hartsy.
SS Hartsy.
SS Young Hartsy.
SS Young Hartsy, that's me.
Okay.
SS and SS, the Simian summer. It's all coming together, really.
And another S, I was watching the new episode of The Boys, and I figured we could call Hartsy Squirt. Don't put me in the oven, brother. I'm sorry. Oh, now you're sorry? Oh,
sorry.
Now
Why?
you're sorry. Now that I have you in the oven, you're sorry.
Yeah, it's funny how people are like that. You know, the second you introduce an oven, everything changes.
Do you think he missed the waste paper basket on purpose before he fired up the oven?
Now that's interesting.
Like, surely Homelander has supernatural abilities to shoot a basket of paper.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he let him win, actually.
Yeah, just so he could kill him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he could at least die knowing that he won the game.
That was the Hartsy Grinder update. Let us begin Young Shelton, episode 14, scene 1. Mary is gloating that her potato salad is more popular than the potato salad of a female rival at the church potluck. Oh, what a relatable moment. We've all been there.
We have.
Yeah. I don't remember going to church ever. But I can say that I've been there.
Have you ever been to a
Honestly,
church potluck, Purple?
I cannot say that I have. I've been to church occasionally, once or twice, but it's the only food they have there is like bad bread and grape juice. So
Yeah.
Oh,
good.
wow. The LGBT guy is anti-church. Big shock.
yeah, I'm if you slide around those letters in Pride Month, you get demon out of them.
What?
That's me.
You do.
Who?
You move the letters. You get rid of the th at the end and the pri at the start. It says demon. You ever seen this picture going around? It's great.
That's stupid. Okay. Really, the most important thing in Hartsy, I want to get your perspective, because you're like an honorary Mexican, right, Hartsy?
I'm Colombian, but yeah.
Okay. So basically, the nerdy church pastor, this blanky white man, he's got a super sexy, I assume Mexican, but some sort of Latina wife.
Yes.
And I got the Discord sound effects going because it always turns itself back on. So shout out to Purple. No, I mean, it's on me at this point. But I think it's muted, unless I muted you guys. But okay, nope, we can hear you.
Okay,
It's all good.
that's good.
The point is, she's super sexy, but the problem, he gave her some sort of debit card or credit card, and she used it to buy a $2,000 massage chair. So you're thinking, oh, what? This gold digging bitch, how dare she? Like, oh, I'm totally on the side of the white man here. But it turns out, while they were dating, the pastor, who you would think would know a thing or two about the 10 Commandments and what they entail and all these sins and whatnot that send you to hell. But no, he deceived this sexy, sexy Mexican lady and said that he was well-to-do. You know, maybe he had some Florian riches and was looking for a sugar baby. And it turns out he's kind of poor. So really, he's fucked, and it's his fault. And at the end of the day, Mary says, "Yeah, no, I'll pray for you." And that's the resolution, which is just he's fucked.
Yeah. I don't really feel bad for him at all.
No, absolutely not.
He dug his own grave.
100%.
That you literally, you need to practice what you preach. Okay, he's up there telling them, "Thou shalt not lie," and then talking shit to his Mexican wife. Can't do it.
Yeah.
Get fucked.
Yeah.
He's lying up a storm. It's really just fucked up how these pastors, they think they can get away with anything as long as they preach the right things.
Yeah, and this one's not even
don't realize.
Catholic.
Yeah, you gotta practice your shit. You gotta be a good person as well. It's not just about repeating the fucking words.
Like, at least Jewish people in their secret holy book, they have all the bad shit they do in there as what they're supposed to do. So at least they're following what they say. Like, Christians are just being hypocritical.
Exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
I think that's what this episode is all about. The hypocrisy of Christians, actually.
Is that the thesis statement of young Sheldon, is that I will prove through an 8-year-old boy how stupid this ancient religion is?
Yes, that is the theme of young Sheldon.
Do you think r/ like true atheism on Reddit worships Chuck Lorre and they have like a shrine to him?
I mean, he created 2 broke girls, so...
So they just worship young Sheldon as like a deity prophet.
Yeah.
For atheism.
That's good, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like how can you disprove God at the age of 8 through science? Like the rest of us, we just trusted what the amazing atheist said on YouTube, but young Sheldon, he did this in the 80s on his own.
He did.
He didn't even like he was born into a family that tried to brainwash him into this. He lived in Texas. His brain was so powerful. He overcame brainwashing. A Texas family going to church every Sunday at the age of 8. No internet. Just using science. This is the fucking atheist deity prophet over here.
It is.
Honestly, yeah, he is a bright young mind that managed to grow despite everything trying to hold him back. He overcame the odds and became a super genius.
Do you think T.J. Kirk, the amazing atheist, when he was 8 years old, he was acting like young Sheldon?
Boy, I hope so.
Because we all know he's that smart, but was he like really debating the preacher and shit?
Yeah, I think he was debating woke tards at that point before he pivoted.
Back in the 80s, all the woke tards at church. Meanwhile, the other plot is now that Mary has this job at the church as like just do anything, like the super secretary, whatever the fuck. Sheldon and Missy are now going to be latchkey kids, which, what are they, 8 or 9 at this point?
Yeah.
Is that too young to be allowed to stay home alone, even if one of the kids has an IQ of 200?
I don't know. I was about that smart when I was that young, and I was left at home at certain points. But
your parents neglected you and you were put into an orphanage.
Well, we skipped the orphanage part. But I was left home a lot, and I managed to turn out fine. Just as smart, if not smarter, than the lead character.
Well, let me put it this way. If you had kids, at what age would you start leaving them home alone?
I think 2 is a good age. 2.
Yeah, 2 or 3 before.
If there's a fire, they can crawl.
Yeah, just they know where the door is. Right? They better.
My fucking cat can open a door, for fuck's sake, baby.
Exactly. Yeah, their instincts are kicking anyways. If they don't, then come on.
What about you, Purple? What age would you leave a child home alone? Like, is Mary doing something outrageous here?
Honestly, probably like I mean, I have a little brother, so I think probably around like 13 or 14, honestly. Like for extended periods anyway, like whole multiple hours and stuff. It just does not seem like a good idea to leave small children fending for themselves and stuff.
But I guess it does teach them a bit of responsibility because Sheldon gets a splinter, and although the kids go through some monkey shenanigans, some monkey hijinks of some kind, they eventually do deal with it responsibly, even though they waste basically half a jar of whiskey to disinfect the wound or whatever.
Yeah.
It's too bad.
I have this in my notes. That they waste perfectly good alcohol to sterilize a small wound, and that made me really mad.
She fills the whole fucking glass too, like all the way to the top. Yes. You don't need that much.
Like they could have grabbed a shot glass to do it because he just needs that on the tip of his finger, but she gets the tallest glass they can find.
I think she knows, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna maybe, behind the scenes, maybe Dad's like hitting him sometimes when he gets too
on that
stuff, and they want to get rid of that as much as possible. Yeah,
it's like the time I had to save Asperger from the police, and then I'm inside his place and I find his half bottle of crack and rum, and I just pour it down the sink. Yeah. Sorry, bud, you can't have this anymore.
He's gonna listen to this, and he's gonna be pissed. Oh no!
I think I've told that story about 500 times.
Okay, well that's good then.
It's one of my only stories I have left.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is there a plot with George? Because, Hartsy, if I recall, George and George Jr. are your favorite characters.
Yes. George and Georgie are my favorite. I don't think George really does anything this episode. He mainly just tells Mary that she can pursue the job that she wants at the church, and that's basically it. He just pushes her to pursue the job.
George, in my opinion, does have the joke of the episode, and I laughed out loud, and not just out loud, but like really fucking hard, when the concept of becoming latchkey children is presented at dinner. Sheldon says, "Why can't Mima take care of us?" And this was already pitched to Mima, who said, "Absolutely no, fuck that. I like my freedom. I'm not watching those kids." So Sheldon says, "Why can't Mima take care of us?" And George says, "Because she's not the person you think she is." And I thought, man, that is so fucking true. Like, children like young kids have no idea the true selves of their grandparents. I mean, maybe other people had shitty grandparents, but in my general experience, grandparents are overly joyous and kind and generous to their grandkids and spoil the fuck out of them. So, like, the concept of Sheldon does not realize his Mima, like, when he's not around, is shit-talking him and doesn't want to be around him. Like, it's so true and it's so funny. And he has no idea.
Oh, geez.
I was taken aback by this because Mima, she does seem like she really wants to hang out with the kids at every opportunity in all the other episodes. So.
Well, and ultimately, that is her character arc in this, is that as she's about to go bowling after rejecting the invitation to babysit, she sees the kids coming home for the first time. And this is some good acting from Annie Potts here. You can see it on her face, like, "Oh, I want to go bowling, but I'm worried about those kids. I do love them. Oh, fuck it." And she does go over to spy on them and ultimately gets attacked with the fire extinguisher, which I also really liked this. This is probably my second favorite delivery of the episode. Let's see, I wrote it down. She's not angry. Like, she gets sprayed with the fire extinguisher after the kids get scared, and she's not angry at all. She just asks for a towel, like, completely calm, because she understands, like, this is 100% her fault, and the kids actually did everything right.
Right.
Yeah.
See, I was under the impression that fire extinguisher actually, like, freezes your limbs to the point to where they can be broken off and shattered, because I saw it in The Boys, so I was extremely disappointed.
I believe that was also in Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed.
Classic.
From my understanding,
that's how I learned
just
science.
Like a white powder that kind of snuffs the fire out. I don't think it can do all that.
What?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think you might be these shows. They might be lying to you just a little bit on occasion. Yeah.
You don't think that they're shooting out some sort of, like, some freeze ray onto a fire?
No, I don't think so. No, I feel like that would be.
It's just extinguishing technology. Flames.
Yeah,
that's all a fire extinguisher is doing, is extinguishing the flames.
It might be.
It's not fucking freezing you.
Yeah.
I heard that an inhaler, if you put it up to your skin, it would be cold, but I don't know about freezing. That's probably the closest I can think of.
I have no idea.
Anyway, they solve the issue of the splinter with, they get the Operation board game, and Missy uses the tweezers to pull it out.
Mm-hmm. It was very just resourcefulness, honestly. I would not have thought to do that, I think, when I was 9 or however old Missy is, so...
Oh, I was waiting for every opportunity to injure my brother so that I could make it better.
Oh, okay.
Because, my favorite thing was having loose teeth. And the fun of having a brother who's 2 years younger than you is that I now have a lot more baby teeth that I get to fuck with to get out of a skull. So I was the older brother who would, like, tie a floss around my brother's tooth and then the other end to a door and slam it shut to get the tooth out. You guys ever do that kind of shit, or did you just
No, but I did lose a tooth in a really funny way once. I was biting one of those clips that you put onto plastic bags, like chip bags and stuff, so you can keep it closed tight and fresh. And I was just biting down on it, and it sprung open in my mouth and knocked open one of my teeth, and my teeth flew across the room and landed somewhere, and I couldn't find it. And then weeks later, my brother was walking around in the living room carpet, and he stepped on something sharp. And he pulled up his foot, and he had my tooth embedded into the bottom of his foot because it just landed in the carpet somewhere.
So if you had AIDS, hypothetically, your blood on that tooth could have got into his bloodstream in his foot.
Yeah,
You're just living in this. You really are the real young Sheldon. You're living in this comical, like, comedy world, I guess.
Well, yeah. I am a young genius, just like him.
Young Hartsy.
My world is comical and funny. I'm young Hartsy.
Okay, I think we've covered everything in this episode. Do you guys have any final thoughts on episode 14 of Young Sheldon?
Well, I would kill myself if I did not mention this. Okay, at the very start of the episode, there's like a little band in this church potluck, right? And they're singing, and I recognize the song as "This Little Light of Mine," which whenever I hear that, because the first time I ever heard that, it was in Diamond Cobra versus the White Fox in the Red Letter Media review. So, yeah, that just took me back.
That's the only other time you'd heard that song. Man, you guys really never did go to church. I don't know if this is well known about me, but I went to church every Sunday for probably 8 years of my childhood. So I heard songs like that fucking constantly.
Yeah, I don't know. It took me back to that the little black girl in that show. Stuff. It's a very good scene for that movie.
I think it's one of the only lost episodes of Best of the Worst because that bitch kept taking it down.
Yeah, she didn't want to hear it, I guess. So
which I do have a copy of it uploaded to the Monkey Mafioso YouTube channel on private just so that I could watch it whenever I wanted to. I wonder if I should. I mean, it's probably out there somewhere anyway, but
I've seen
it
in other places. Yeah. So I don't know. Hopefully they can, I guess they're probably not going to put the effort in to sort that out, but it would be good to have it more available.
Okay, let's move on to Big Bang Theory, episode 14, and while I did miss about 9 episodes of Big Bang Theory, I did listen to Bazinga Boys, so I feel like I'm pretty much caught up.
Yeah, you might be missing some of the subtleties in the acting to, sort of hint toward some of these later plot points. It's a very in-depth show here, so I don't know if you get the full experience from our show, but hopefully we did a decent job of it.
So to start off the episode, we get an example of one of Sheldon's autistic eccentricities, perhaps. And considering that there are hundreds and hundreds of episodes featuring Sheldon, I'm wondering how creative the writers ultimately have to end up becoming to invent new autistic things for Sheldon to be obsessed with. And this one I thought was particularly good. He's upset that his sandwich order is wrong, but it turns out they put all the correct ingredients on it, just not in the order that he ordered them. So it's like, the lettuce is supposed to be above the cheese, or something like that. It's completely retarded, and he refuses to eat it. Sure.
Yeah. I've heard this before. This is at least a real thing if you're doing fine dining or whatever and you get a sandwich, you're gonna expect that it's not soggy because of the ingredient order. So this might just be a real thing.
Well, this was back in the $5 footlong days. So if anything, if you only paid $5 for that, I'm not too upset for him that his sandwich artist was not that artistic with it. These days, that same sandwich would be $18. So count your blessings that is so fucking cheap.
That's true, yeah.
Wow.
And then, of course, in this episode, Leonard, he's online, he's surfing the web, and he finds a time machine available for purchase for $800. And he thinks, I'd love to have a little miniature time machine. So he puts down the bid almost immediately.
Well, to be clear, it's a time machine prop from the movie Time Machine, which I've actually not seen.
He assumes it's miniature because... who wouldn't assume that that's, a miniature or like a dummy one or something small, at least, and manageable.
But even when he thinks it's small, he regrets the bid of $800 because he assumes such a worthy prop will ultimately go for thousands of dollars. So he's like, okay, I just want to be part of this big event. I'll put in $800 for fun that I don't actually have the money for. And then nobody outbid him. And it's kind of like an ironic scene of, at the last second, eBay snipers come in and will outbid you. So the irony here is that he's actually hoping to be bid sniped and that it doesn't happen.
Yeah, right. And And of course it doesn't, and he's saddled with this time machine, and they decide they're gonna share it.
I want to hear what Hartsy had to say about the bidding or whatever he was saying.
Oh, yeah. I thought that the setup for the eBay sniping joke is really good, because I love Howard. Howard is the one who sets up the joke. He's like, Leonard, during these bids, usually someone snipes the bid at the last second. So just wait, and I'm sure you won't have to worry about buying it. And then you wait, and then he didn't get sniped. It's very good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I like it whenever they can set up a situation where people are behaving in the exact opposite way you would expect. So when you're hoping to lose a bid, it's like in that Adam Sandler hit film, Uncut Gems. Like there's an ironic auction in that film as well. That is very tense and funny.
Okay. I still
you guys bid on eBay often? You guys do eBay bids?
I do sometimes, yeah, for old games and stuff. I did a couple months ago, quite a lot of that, and it is kind of obnoxious. These people, they straight up have like bots and stuff set up so they can auto snipe from you and stuff. It's very frustrating. When I was 9 years old, I had Exodia's head, and I found the arms and legs on eBay, and I made my mom buy them for like $25 so I could have a full set of Exodia as a 9-year-old.
Nice.
That was my first time.
I've only bid on eBay once, and it was to buy a vintage South Park plushie from 1998. It's a Kenny plushie that's still tagged and in the box, and I managed to get it for like $30, and it was going for $50. So
is that like the one that Gokanaru has?
I don't know. It might be.
I think he has all the South Park plushies in his videos. Maybe they're just framed up on his wall.
Yeah, I think he has a big South Park poster on his wall.
Yeah. I wonder, I want to get him on a podcast to talk about South Park. Like, don't even bother him about all the other bullshit. If he's such a big South Park fan, I want to know how he feels about how that show has been mistreated. And like all the new seasons are 6 episodes fucking long. And then on a different streaming network, they also release like hour-long movies. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to watch this show? I just pirate everything.
That is so ridiculous. The new South Park game was also terrible, apparently.
And when you pride yourself on being a show that you literally make an episode in 6 days, like that's faster than I make fucking YouTube videos. So then you start making seasons that are 6 episodes. Like, you lazy motherfuckers, you only worked 6 weeks this year? Like, are you fucking kidding me?
So we get
6 episodes?
We get 6 episodes a year and 2 specials over in Paramount Plus every year, and I think that's insane.
And one of the episodes is fucking Butters on a horse. It sucked. Like, one of them sucked. The new special sucked.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Oh, healthcare is laid bad. Oh well, guess what? It's been 30 fucking years. I've been hearing the same joke. You think this is new?
No, that's just not surprising to me at all that this 30-year-old show might have gone downhill.
You don't think it was funny to watch the cereal mascots commit a mass shooting? That was pretty funny.
I'm perfectly okay with having a mid-episode. Evidently, I have posted many a mid-episode myself. It happens. But when you only get 6 per year, the mid-episodes really start to glare. These mid-episodes should be in the middle of a 20-episode season, like they used to be for fucking 10 years. Man, that's enough of my South Park rant. I'm not mad that it's downhill in quality. I'm mad that there's not enough content. Why are you making so few episodes?
Well, in an ideal world, they'd slow down and make sure that every episode is good, but I guess that's not what they're doing, so...
I mean, 90% of their focus are delivering 2 hour-long specials every year, which I don't think is practical.
Even that's only, like 3 episodes at most or something? Like, that shouldn't be... They still have room to, make... I guess another 12 episodes, right? Or something? Or
they should.
And do any of these specials even compare to the 3-part Imagination Land or
Hell no.
like the Coon Adventure episodes?
No. Not even close.
No. So, anyway, they already stole my idea for the transgender bathroom Cartman episode. So, Matt and Trey, you're on my watch But back to Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
The prop shows up and it's ginormous like it was in the movie, and they're trying to drag it up the stairs. Now, maybe it's just a coincidence, but I feel like maybe 80% of Big Bang Theory episodes I've seen involve the nerds trying to drag something big up these stairs. Is this just a staple of the show?
I think that's just a coincidence. They don't do that very often.
Yeah, I know. Out of the episodes that we've been watching on the Anti-Reviews channel, it's not really a common thing. I don't think there was a single time in any of those 9 episodes where they did that. So it's really just that first one. Yeah.
But since the stairs are blocked by this time machine, Penny cannot go down, which I think this is a huge fire hazard. And evidently, Penny tries to escape through a fire escape. And like it's so convoluted and has to go through some fucking Albanian family or something. Armenian family. She has to eat an 8-course lamb meal with them or something. Ultimately, she's late to work because of this, and screams at Leonard and the nerds, "You fucking nerd dweebs! Your nerdy hobbies have fucked me again. I missed out on one day's pay at the Cheesecake Factory. You motherfuckers."
I blame her 100% for this issue, though, because, like, you're not going to be late for work if you're just going down a different building, right? If you're, like, budgeting your time properly.
Now, they should not be blocking the fucking stairs with their stupid nerd shit.
She should have fucking not chosen to sit there for an 8-course meal with this Armenian family. She should have just said, "Oh, I have to go to work," and she didn't.
Actually, have in my notes that I wrote right after Penny went on a rant about how nerdy and geeky they are. Penny hates nerd culture. She's geek phobic. That's
kind of like the traditional conflict of the show.
Yeah.
And it convinces Leonard to have a character arc, and he's like, you know what, I do need to grow up. This nerd shit is ruining Penny's life, it's ruining my life. I'm gonna sell all my nerd shit to my friends. And like he almost becomes a better man in this episode. Like he comes so close. If not for Penny's Chad boyfriend showing up and slapping her little Hello Kitty booty at the last minute, perhaps Leonard would be a different man.
I think Sheldon rightly points out that Penny is a hypocrite with this, and she collects her own like worthless knickknacks too. So.
Well, yeah, he points out, like, oh, you think it's bad to like nerd shit, but you're into franchise stuff. You're wearing Hello Kitty shorts and blah, blah, blah. Which it is true. Like, women who shame nerds don't even realize they're also into nerdy shit. But they just, it's pink, so it seems like girl to them.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
It's all by the same, like, 4 corporations or whatever anyway. Yeah. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, how's the Trevor Moore song Kitty History? It ends with like 6 kitty companies run everything. It's kitty history somewhere out in the stars. Da na 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 na. Yes, big fans.
You're making more and more references, and I'm realizing just how uncultured I am because I'm not getting any of these today.
My poor Trevor Moore was the leader of the Whitest Kids You Know, and he tragically passed away, I believe, last year or the year before. And he left behind a treasure trove of great content and beautiful music.
Okay. Rest in peace, I guess.
I would highly recommend Kitty History because it's a cute, cat video. You think, okay, he's doing a cute cat video. But really, it's everything he's saying about this hypothetical kitty universe is just things about us, and he like goes into conspiracies that are like just true and like horrible shit. And the cats are like dancing the whole time. It's great.
Yeah, I remember. I don't remember it verbatim. I don't know the lyrics by heart, but I also remember the Crystal Meth Instruction song, which is pretty good.
He has a lot of great songs, and it's too bad we're missing out on potentially 50 more years of his work.
Yeah.
One of the few people I would trade my life to bring back.
Wow.
If only. Ed and Alphonse, draw the circle. Let's do it.
Okay.
Is that a reference you fucking get, you zoomer?
No.
Who's Edward and Alphonse Elric?
I don't know.
Are you fucking
Why would I know this?
Hartsy, do you know who these people are? Edward Elric. Alphonse Elric.
No.
The Philosopher's Stone. Alchemy Circles.
I don't watch fucking Harry Potter. Okay?
Jesus.
That's bullshit.
Jesus. You fucking zoomers. Oh my god.
Oh, it's an anime. It's not.
Yeah.
What? Okay, whatever. I don't
I think it's literally the highest rated anime on my anime list. Like literally number one.
Oh well, if my anime list says that I should have seen it,
I'm just saying,
I guess
like,
I really should.
among anime fans, like every single one agrees this is a good one.
I thought One Piece was the best one.
But One Piece anime, I have a lot of problems with. The manga is good.
Oh, okay, you're one of those. Wow.
Yeah, just like realistic and honest. Yeah, one of those.
Well, you know, there's always those fucking book is better people, okay, and they're full of shit. At least some of the time.
Usually, like when they adapt a book into a movie, the movie's much shorter than the book, and like the problem here is that they're making it much longer.
Oh, well, yeah.
Do you have any other thoughts on Big Bang Theory?
I don't know. There's a mention of time machine sex. Where Howard's he's talking about, I want to bring a lady back and fuck her in the time machine, which seemed like a good idea.
Sheldon makes reference to my favorite film, Back to the Future, and says that Marty could have had sex with his very attractive mother. So I wonder, the fact that he describes Marty's mom as very attractive, which, I mean, who wouldn't? But just the phrase very attractive mother coming out of Sheldon's mouth makes you wonder if he has any sort of Oedipal complex towards Mary, who is also very sexy.
I don't know. I would say.
I like to think about that.
I think Marty's mother was easily on a different plane of existence here compared to Mary in terms of attractiveness.
I mean, in the movie, she's like a 20-year-old, and Mary here is like fucking in her 30s. So
that's true. Yeah.
And also, you're gay. Shut the fuck up.
I can make an exception for 20-year-old whoever the actor is. In Back to the Future.
Who's hotter, Sheldon in Big Bang Theory or Marty McFly?
I don't know. Probably fucking Marty, right?
Did you know that he is 5'4"? Does that change it for you?
No, it does not.
I don't
care about that.
Makes it better.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He just needs nice leggings, maybe a skirt or something.
Hartsy, why do you not wear the orange jacket from Back to the Future? Honestly, you might as well. Like you're the same size as Marty McFly.
No, I am 2 inches taller than Marty McFly. Fuck off.
When he's got that vest on, he looks very wide in that movie. I'm not sure that's actually the best fashion choice. So.
If I had one, I would wear it, to be honest. I'm not going to go out of my way to get it, but if it showed up, I'd wear it.
Yeah. I'd probably wear it at least once. It would not fit on me, though. I'm too big for that sort of thing. Yes. Too large.
Well, I know you're always on a quest to lose weight, and I got a recommendation for you. I don't know if you're going to like it. But I have lost 10 pounds in the last 10 days from playing Pokemon's Go. And I have not changed my diet at all. If anything, I'm eating worse than ever. And I still lost that much weight just from fucking playing Pokemon. So
maybe that's a good idea. You know, they have a Pikmin equivalent to that now by the same company. So I can do that instead.
Oh, you're not a fan of Pokemon?
No, very big Pikmin fan though, so that's perfect for me.
Yeah, hopefully it's a similar game because they kind of made exercise addictive, and it must be working.
Oh, it's mostly a pedometer for Pikmin. You go and you level up your Pikmin as you walk and stuff, and it's great. You don't level them up in the games though, so that's sort of a weird addition, but you know.
Hartsy, do you have any final thoughts on Big Bang Theory so we can get the fuck out of here?
I like the nightmare Sheldon has at the end of the episode that closes it out. I think that's a really funny moment, seeing him being attacked by these weird monster creatures.
Yeah, is this what inspired Christopher Nolan to make Inception? Because there's a dream within a dream, and like Sheldon wakes up from one nightmare, and then turns out he's in a new one.
That's just waking up in the morning for me.
Just endless nightmares within nightmares, and you never know when you're truly awake?
Yep.
Okay. Good to know. What about you, Purple?
Well, before we end it off, we have to do the classic, most important segment here, where we go over the Chuck Lorre cards. I think.
Oh my God! I don't want to do this, you stupid fat fuck! Why don't you fucking kill yourself? Why don't you fucking kill yourself?
You're editing
this for free. You're editing this for free.
We're doing We're doing the cards. I don't care. I'll edit it for free. Whatever. Fucking.
Well, I mean, I'm
get out
editing
my
the
butt, let me do
podcast,
these
but
cards.
Purple did edit the thumbnail for free, so shout out to Purple.
I did not. I did a terrible job, but it's fine.
Better than I was gonna do. I don't fucking care.
Okay, well that's good then. But yeah, for the Big Bang Theory, the card is it's a long paragraph where he's talking about the phrase "no pain, no gain," and it ends with a sentence where he says, "It explains why Aboriginal people are constantly being murdered for the sake of progress."
What?
What?
It kind of comes out of nowhere. I'm not sure.
What?
I don't know what he's
They're
on about.
being
or
murdered
point
for
he's
the
trying to
sake of
make.
progress. Read the whole thing again.
Should I read it off right now?
Yeah.
On air? Fuck, I'm gonna have to Google which one it even is. Shit.
If you don't even have it pulled up, then fuck
Big
it.
Bang Theory, season 1, episode 14, wiki. Fuck. I'll see if
Hartsy,
I
how many push-ups can you do?
I don't know, probably about 100
In a row or like 20 at a
row.
time?
in a row, probably.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm pretty fit.
Fuck. This is
Okay.
not gonna be easy to find. God damn it.
How many
wait.
push-ups do you think that Purple can do? He's got a lot more to push up.
He
I'm
does.
telling you right now, it's 0. Okay. it's a big goose egg, but yeah. I found the card. Should I read this?
Hurry up.
It's pretty. Okay. I think we can all agree that the cliche, no pain, no gain, is a fundamental truth. When we experience physical pain in the gym, we gain muscles and stamina. When we endure hardship and sacrifice in order to succeed, we gain a feeling of satisfaction and achievement, not to mention financial rewards. When we truly embrace emotional pain, we gain compassion for the suffering of others, an appreciation for the fleeting nature of things, as well as wisdom and spiritual humility. Every act of birth is an act of pain. Our very lives are sustained by the suffering and death of plants and animals, who in turn are sustained by other organisms having a very bad day. That being said, I think we can also agree that this system sucks and needs to be seriously rejiggered. Now, I'm not saying I have a better approach than this pain-gain thing that's been in place for millions of years, but that doesn't mean we can't start tossing around some ideas. For instance, why couldn't an infrastructure for life be developed around the theme no dream, no gain? Sounds like heaven, right? Or is dreaming too easy? Would life quickly become complacent and cease to gain? But then, is gain really that critical? Or is gain the whole point? Is the fact that life exists at all proof that God or the universe hates complacency? It certainly explains why Aboriginal people are constantly being murdered for the sake of quote-unquote progress. It even explains why HBO went down the toilet.
What?
Huh?
What year was this?
This is 2008, April 28th,
That seems
2008.
appropriate.
Let's see. What year did Game of Thrones start? What
I
a
have no
fucking
idea.
hater. HBO went down the toilet.
Was this after The Sopranos ended?
This is like 2 years after Sopranos ended. He's like, oh, now it's dog shit. They haven't had
Yeah.
a new Sopranos in 2 years.
Yeah, Game of Thrones started 2011, so yeah, you just needed to wait a little bit.
Who is he quoting when he says, for the sake of progress, we kill the Aborigines?
He's not quoting anyone.
You said it's in quotes.
No, quote unquote progress is at the end, just the progress part.
Yeah, who's he
It's
quoting?
not actually progress.
It's got to be a progress to somebody. Who?
I don't know.
For what purpose
Robert E.
is
Lee or
murdering these
something.
people a progress?
I don't know. He's.
I've heard that
he's
they have
being
like a lot of
sarcastic, but it's
incest,
not.
but I don't know if we need to kill that off. It's kind of like a
I
cool
have
thing to
no
study
idea.
from afar.
I don't know. It seems like I'm not sure what he's trying to get at with this card. As usual, he's just saying shit. I think that doesn't actually mean much.
As usual.
Yeah. And
Okay.
and then for young Sheldon, the card it just says sometimes there are witches, and that's it.
Oh wow.
I don't know what that means either,
Wow.
but you know.
Maybe he's referring to the amazing character of the church receptionist who is the cantankerous old bitch who is constantly smoking, coughing, and chewing nicotine gum all at the same time.
Yeah.
That's possible. She was my
actually,
favorite character in
yeah,
this
she's-
episode, actually.
Lots of good female roles in this episode, like hot Mexican lady, old bitch, and young Sheldon's mom.
I have my notes that I actually really enjoy the reoccurring joke of her chronic smoking problem.
And was
she
this the
comes back.
woman that had the rival potato salad? Was that the same name that Mary said?
I could not remember.
It might have been. There might be some like deep lore that Mary hates this bitch and now has to work with her. Then they become friends, but I don't know.
Oh. I hope this is this like a continued like arc where Mary continues working at the church, or
she becomes a full-on church employee from this point forward.
Yeah, and then in season 5, when underage Georgie knocks up the 30-year-old, she gets what is the official word, Hartsy? I used it on Twitter.
I don't. She doesn't get
excommunicated. She gets excommunicated from the church.
Yeah.
For something your son did?
Yeah, the whole family gets excommunicated.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like season 5 is so dark and dramatic that I actually fired up Twitter for the first time in a month just to say, like, holy shit, season 5 of Young Sheldon gets dark.
It does. It does.
Well, that's exciting. It's going to be, I think, about 2 or 3 years until we get there, and I'm excited to see it, I guess.
You know, we'll see. We'll see how the people respond if they like this. And maybe we'll do another one next week, maybe bi-weekly. You know, not to remind people of Florian by saying bye, but.
Yeah, because you said bye-bye to Zucchino. It's very sad. I'm cutting out. No.
If Florian wants to come back and be on this show with us on the Treehouse, should we let him?
I think so. I think that's the goal here for me, anyways. Get him back on.
Yeah, I mean,
I would prefer the world where I'm not on this show and Florian is over the one right now where I'm on it. So,
and obviously, Hartsy would not be like in the ideal version either.
No, Hartsy would be here. He'd be a mainstay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I think I need to do more episodes with Hartsy and Randy, the wild horse. Like more Boomer versus Zoomer.
that would be.
Yeah. That'll save the treehouse.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's the next 100,000K hit.
Exactly, we're so back.
Mm-hmm. Which I think equals out to like 1 million or 10 million. You guys want to plug anything?
I got my YouTube channel, Purple Kernel. I haven't uploaded there in about 2 months. Too much Young Sheldon, honestly, but you know, I'll get it done. I got like several videos in the works. They're gonna be great.
What about you, Hartsy? Where's the summer of Hartsy that we were promised?
I have a YouTube channel called Hartsy Project that I haven't uploaded to in 6 months, I think.
Oh.
Probably even more now.
I think it was 3 years in a row you started the year saying, this is the year I'm going to post more to my channel.
No, I think it was 1 year that I said that, and I said, never mind, I'm not doing this again. But this time, I will be uploading videos soon. I got a big review on a game I played recently that I'm really passionate
Ballfrog?
about. Ballfrog. I mean, I told you that in confidence. I wanted it to be a surprise when the video came out.
People are often confident about me, and I let them down, so don't tell me anything in confidence.
Yeah? Okay, I will be reviewing Ballfrog in my next video.
Oh, cool.
Stay tuned.
Okay.
Can't wait.
What about Snaky Buzz?
Snaky what?
Snaky Buzz. That's a deep cut for the 3 viewers of the Florian Himzo live stream.
Yeah, I was actually amazed when you came in the stream that he was doing. He was working on his game, and you literally said Snaky Bus 3 times, and he fucking shifted gears and played that for like an hour. It was something to behold.
That was literally the same day he went into the chat and said, "I'm quitting as a Kino because I wasted my time."
God.
So I think he's pissed that I went to his stream, made him stop programming to play a game, and then I didn't even watch him play it. I left the stream.
Yeah, you left immediately.
That's probably what pissed him off. Like that was the straw, is that I left the stream and didn't say chatting.
I gotta say, he had been talking about leaving the show since March to me, honestly. So
well, I mean, he's still on it, but once this comes out, who knows?
Yeah,
I think he'll listen to this and he'll just want to come back immediately.
Yeah, he wants to be the fourth member on the show now. I think it'll be great. It'll be a true renaissance.
We'll put it to a vote.
No.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.